Alright, hey there everybody, this is Evan Rogers. I'm grooving to that Kanye West song, Use This Gospel. It's fantastic. Any Christians out there, check it out. If you're not Christian and you're wondering why people think Christianity is cool, check out Jonathan Pageau's channel, Pageeau. His stuff is fantastic. I wish I knew it when I was younger. I'll stop talking about it. Just I heard that song and it's wonderful, and it's strange that Kanye West is going full Christian. If you're not a Christian, then, I mean, I don't hate you. Don't worry. Alright. We're still talking about Shin Meiki's swimming adventure and how she becomes swimming is her new hobby. So she's talking about how she didn't know how to swim because her country or her town or whatever it was didn't have a swimming pool or an ocean. She came to Japan and her husky, her manly friend is taking her swimming every single week, and I'm joking about this part. She's falling in love. But slowly she learned how to swim on her own, and now she swims by herself. Okay, that's where we are. Let's go ahead and keep on trucking. Really quickly, $1 a month, patreon.com or Subscribestar, links below. Encourages me to keep making these, and you get rewards. So highly recommended. It's basically 30 cents a day. Basically free. I mean, you can probably find 30 cents on the ground. So please encourage me to keep doing this. Let's get on with it. If you want my stuff, encourage me to make it. Otherwise, it'll go away. The end. Oyogu no wa totemo tanoshii desu. Alright, so the no here isn't really a no particle. It's actually a nominalizer. We call this, fancy word, I should make a fancy language words about that, nominalization. Nominalization just means turns X into a noun. Turns something into a noun. So oyogu is a verb. Swim. I swim, she swims. The no particle turns into swimming. See how, like, I like swim is wrong. I like to swim is okay. But we could also say I like swimming. That is how in English we nominalize verbs. We add ing to them. Eating is wonderful. Eating is important. Notice how we're treating it like a noun. I am bald. Eating is bald. I mean, that doesn't make any sense, but do you see how the words match up? I, noun, am, adjective. Noun is adjective. Oops, this noun is actually eating. It's actually from a verb. So that's nominalization. If you want a word that isn't as scary, nounification. It's nounification. Alright, so oyogu no wa. As for swimming, totemo tanoshii desu. It is super fun. The wa particle serves two functions. It's what we're talking about. Actually, it serves three functions. It's what we're talking about. It's the chief subject, and what comes after it is more important. So oyogu no is important, but totemo tanoshii desu is really what we're focusing on. Tsugi ni, so in the future, again, later. Umi ni iku made ni. Takusan, blah, 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 blah. I have a feeling this iku made ni is going to be altered with whatever comes in 25. Tsugi ni again, or later, or something like that. Tsugi ni umi ni until I go to the ocean again? Until the next time I go to the ocean. Takusan, in a great degree, or plentiful, something is going to happen. Or maybe it's like by the time it's either going to be up until the next time I go to the ocean, or it's going to be by the time I go to the ocean again, takusan something. Okay? So just letting you know, that's what the grammar's telling us. So let's find out what 25's options are. Until the next time I go to the ocean, or by the next time I go to the ocean, something's going to happen. Takusan renshu suru tame desu. Oh, I should be highlighting this because it's going to highlight it. Okay. Renshu shita yo desu. Renshu shitai desu. Or renshu suru so desu. These are so odd. I don't even know how to describe how wrong they are.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
These are just like super wrong. I don't know how anybody could think they were right. So if you're confused on this, watch out. Not to be rude, it's just these are really off. Okay, so renchu suru tame desu. It is for the purpose of swimming or of practicing. Sorry, it is for the purpose of. It's for the purpose of practicing. Oh, I see why that could be confusing. Okay. So tsugi ni umi ni iku is like when I go to the ocean again. We could, if you don't follow all the grammar, you might mistake it for when I go to the ocean again. It is for the purpose of practicing, but that's not what's happening. This mare ni is really restricting it. Okay. Plus, like it's for the purpose of plenty of practice, I guess so. So the mare ni is up until I go. Like it's almost like before I go. The closest translation to like do your homework by Friday is mare ni. By that feeling of by, so like you have a deadline kind of feeling. The closest thing that I've ever gotten in Japanese is this mare ni. So this is kind of like before I get to the ocean again, something to a great degree. Something about practicing a lot. So with that being said, tame is not right. Tame means for the purpose of, or it can also mean because. In certain situations, it can mean because. Here, it would most likely mean for the purpose of practice. So if we screw up on the mare ni, I can see how we might want to use this. So the mare ni excludes this because it's almost like before I get to the ocean again. We can't say it will be for practicing. Does that make sense? I mean, she's not going to the ocean for practicing because she's doing that with her friend. Where was she? At the pool, right? At the pool. That's where it was. The pool. So, tsugi no shu kara machi no puru de, right? So she's practicing at a pool. So here she's saying that at the ocean, she's going to the ocean is not for the purpose of practicing. First and foremost, so it's wrong. And also, she's saying before she gets to the ocean, she wants to do something. So it's not one again. And I just slipped to let you know what the answer is. If you just heard what I just said there, I slipped and I accidentally gave you the answer. So let's give you the correct answer. Number 3. The correct answer is renchu shitai desu. So until she gets to the ocean, before she gets to the ocean, by the time she goes to the ocean again, something like that, renchu shitai desu. I would like to practice a lot. Takusan renchu shitai desu. I want to practice a lot. So notice the I want to is what I accidentally said and it slipped. I want to practice a lot before I get to the ocean. So that's what's happening. That's why that mare ni is so critical. Okay, so just mare ni is the closest thing we can get to by a certain time. Like a deadline feeling. Okay, so renchu shitai desu. I would like to practice a whole bunch before or by the time where I go to the ocean again. Okay, renchu shitai yo desu. Up here I told you that yo means like in a fashion or like it appears. In a fashion and in it appears are kind of similar. So here this yo desu is it appears to be. So renchu shitai yo desu. It appears that I had practiced. Before, so once again, the mare ni excludes this. Before I get to the ocean again, before I go to the ocean again, I have practiced a whole lot, it would seem. No. The mare ni here is what's critical to these answers. So the mare ni excludes number 1, the mare ni excludes number 2, and and same thing for number 4, renchu suru so desu. I heard that they practiced. When you have a verb going into so desu, it translates to like hearsay. Like I heard that's what's happened. Oh, I heard that by the time I get to the ocean again. I've heard they've practiced a lot. Who, what? Who, how do you hearsay yourself practicing? It doesn't make any sense. So 4, no. 2, no. I mean, 4 doesn't make any sense because she's talking about herself. Like, you can't hearsay yourself unless you're crazy. Like, oh my god, I heard Evan's going to the movies tomorrow. And you're Evan. You have 2 personalities at least. Renshu shita yodes, it would seem like they practiced a bunch, or it looks like they had practiced. Because the Mareni is saying, before I get to the ocean again, or until I get to the ocean again, or until the next time I go to the ocean, Renshu shitai desu. I want to practice a bunch. Renshu shitai desu. Tsugi ni umi ni iku made ni takusan renshu shitai desu. Tsugi ni umi ni iku made ni. So, until, or by the... I can't highlight that. Ni. Anyway, so, by the time that I go to the ocean again, or maybe the next time, Tsugi's like the next time. By the time I go to the ocean the next time, takusan renshu shitai desu. I want to practice a whole bunch. That's the correct answer. That's the end of the grammar section completely. That's the end of the grammar section. Hey, have yourselves a happy day. Peace out. And let's sing Vampirina.
We can sing Booty Vampirina.
You want to sing Booty Vampirina? What's that song? We're living the scream.
Whoa, Vampirina, I can make zoo. Vampirina.
Maybe blue with pointy teeth.
Me blue is pointy teeth.